All right, what's up, guys? Today's May 11th, 2017. Wrap this one up today. So I ended up starting early pre-market. I looked at Snap, gap down, bad news, bad earnings, and it was kind of holding this trend when I noticed it. And it came and kissed the 1850, then boom, slapped back down. Then it was hanging around the $18 mark. So I was anticipating for this to follow this trend higher and higher back to 1850. Um, so when I went in, it was actually below VWAP. It was holding that trend and then it was making the higher highs and higher lows, at least for these candles. So I ended up going in with a very tight stop because I know that if this one wasn't going to hold this trend, it was going to just drop. And that's what happened is that it kind of made this push to 1817 and then drop. It couldn't get past VWAP. When I was looking at the indicators, couldn't get past VWAP, slap. So like I said, my stop was very tight at $18, but with some slippage, I ended up getting out like around 17.96. So I took a morning loss on this one, which is fine. It's part of trading. And then the other one that I ended up going with was NVDA. NVDA. I'm trying to look at all my notes. NVDA. Okay, I'm just looking at my notes now. NVDA was running. As I be talking. So it had really good news because earnings, they just smoked the earnings. And I ended up going, I saw this spike up. I was like, okay, I'll let it retrace back, and then boom, slap down. So once it got at VWAP, it held VWAP. And the same thing is that when I'm looking for stocks, especially if I'm going long or short, it needs to be holding an uptrend already. So here it's kind of holding this uptrend, and so it was holding around this mark, and I ended up going here around this area. I think it was right before the parabolic dot when I went in, and my whole plan was hold this one for a swing trade, and my goal was around 120. No, it was at 125, and I didn't think it was gonna hit it the same day. I thought it was just gonna hang around here, consolidate, then pop the next day. And whoosh, man, within an hour or two, I was already in profit, my profit target. So I ended up getting out here. No, I ended up getting out at the red arrow. Yeah, that's right, because I thought it was gonna fall. So I ended up getting out here, and then I noticed it was kind of holding, 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 and this turns out to be a flag, a bull flag, and pop. And I kind of got a little bit of FOMO. I ended up going back again, but this time just with 10 shares. Just to kind of prove a point to some of my some of the guys that I think these high dollar stocks you can make money. So I ended up getting here at 125 again with just 10 shares, and I got out here again. I just made like about $10. So you know, and I could have hold through all this, but at the same time, it wasn't part of my plan anymore. Just kind of wanted to prove a point, so I just ended up making just $10 more. But if you think about it, if you do 10 shares, that's about $1,000. You do 10 shares here, and if you're selling, if you could hold this, I mean, that's making almost $100 in one day. So, and that's the thing. A lot of people just try to stay away from these stocks because they're too high dollar, and it doesn't matter. What matters is the percentage. And it's moved already $8 today, so you made $80, $90, $100 just with 10 shares. And that's the thing that I'm just trying to prove a point to a lot of people. But I guess everybody's just interested more on penny stocks. But anyways, NVDA. Oh, and then the other one I wanted to short was Triple D, DDD, and I was looking at a very similar move I was making yesterday, like kind of overextended, red arrow, money bar knocks down and kiss the VWAP again. So I ended up going short here right after the red arrow. And as you can see, I mean, when I was looking at it, I was like, okay, it's making a very similar move. This thing's just gonna drop, and I'll get out at VWAP. Get a nice 25 cents or so. And I went in heavy with a lot of shares. And what I noticed, it was kind of making a bull flag too. So at the same time, I had to keep an eye out for that. So I went in here, and I was making a bull flag. And then once I noticed that it was starting to gap up, I was like, all right, I'm getting out the way. So I got out the way and boom, just took a small loss. And overall, I mean, my day trades was NVDA, AAA, I mean Triple D, and NVDA, Triple D, and also Snap. 2 losses, 1 win. But since I let this one run a lot more, I am positive for the day. So that's the thing. They always say gotta let your runners run and you cut your losers. I mean, it's a lot easier said than done. But that's it. One winner, 2 losers. I still have like about 3, 4 swings open, and everything's working out fine. X's is open. DWT is open. Which one's W's open? I guess all these W's are open. So that's it. Let's see how the market reacts tomorrow. This morning kind of took a dump, but then it just recovered. So I'll talk to you guys later.